at the end of the season, every year, we do something we like to call team shopping. This comes from the fact that as a Mariners fan, for a very long time, I didn't have anybody. I mean, I guess I had somebody, but my team was not in the playoffs. So I'd always pick one or two teams to go cheer for because I needed a reason to watch other than I didn't want to just cheer for success. As fun as that is, I wanted to have a team to cheer for and teams to hate, whatever.
Right.
So that's where this comes from. Team shopping for your team if it's been eliminated or is about to be eliminated from playoff contention. So you can have somebody to cheer for going into the postseason. So Brig and I each have 5 that we can share with fans of different teams that are getting ready to be eliminated, like I said, or who have been. So Brig, why don't you lead us off?
All right. If you're a Yankees fan, then you should root for the Braves. Because the Braves are defining excellence right now, and we can live vicariously. Because excellence is the standard, and if you want to go out looking for excellence, all you got to do is look in Atlanta right now. That's where it's at. So if excellence is truly the standard, then you need to be rooting for the Braves.
I think that is the kind of right answer because I have Yankees fans as well. And so
interesting.
I'm going to give you the right answer, Brig. You ready?
Oh, no, I already know the right answer, Brad.
The right answer is you cheer for nobody because you're a Yankees fan. You cheer for nobody but the Yankees.
No. You got to be watching, and you can't cheer.
Well, you watch, but you don't cheer for anybody. You just yes, offense, very good, excellent pitch, yes, very good.
No.
From your ivory tower.
Let me scoff really quick. Hold on. Let me smooth this out.
I almost, Brig, I see you wearing your Yankee jersey. I almost went all black today. I've got my old worn out pirate shirt that I've got on, my pirate baseball shirt that I've got on. I almost wore my Bradenton Marauders hat, but I was like, I don't need to go all black yet. The Mariners are still in the hunt. I don't need to go all black yet. Although, dark day in Seattle.
I wore this out all day today, and a guy walked up to me and said, so you're a Red Sox fan? I said, no, but my dad is, poor guy. He was like, no, your dad sounds like a genius. I was like, oh, no, not you too. Then we quibbled about who was going to win last place and who was better than who, and it was or who's worse than who. Or
at this point, it is win last place, isn't it?
It is.
If you're going to be bad, be exceptionally bad.
Be so
That's
bad.
The way I think it should be. Be so bad that you're the best at being bad.
Yeah. Right now, an update on that score is it's the Yankees are 76 and 74. The Red Sox are 74 and 76. So that puts them under 500 in last place. The Yankees are at 507. The Red Sox are at 493. It's interesting. It's getting heated in the AL East, right at the bottom.
Right at the bottom. Yeah. I want the basement room. No.
Yeah. All right, Brad, give me another one. Who you got?
Okay. Let's go with the. Okay, first, real quick, before I get too far into these, I do have a rule going into the playoffs. You cannot cheer for a division rival. Absolutely not.
I agree.
If the Mariners don't make the playoffs, I'm certain it's going to be because the Rangers make it instead of them, and I will never ever cheer for the Rangers. I never ever will cheer for the Astros, division rivals. Right. I'll cheer for the Dodgers before I cheer for either of those teams. Okay,
right.
So that being said, that my decisions go based on that rule. Okay. So the A's, I'm going to talk about the A's, who A's fans should be cheering for. They should be cheering for the Rays. One, because these teams are built similarly, both on a pretty tight budget. Like the A's are like a notoriously tight budget, right? That the owner just does not want to spend on that team for whatever reason in Oakland. I don't know if he's going to spend in Las Vegas. That's yet to be seen. But for now, will not spend on that team in Oakland.
Right.
The Rays, though, they do a great job building a team on a budget.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things they're known for. Like, when it comes time to pay guys, they're going to ship them off. They traded Blake Snell. They traded Kevin Kiermaier. They traded Evan Longoria forever ago, right? Like, when it's your turn to get paid, you're out the door, and the next guy is coming up.
Yep.
So that's one reason the A's fans should be cheering for Rays. But the other reason is because they rhyme. So you're not going too far off. Like, I'm an A's Rays fan.
I'm a Rays
fan. Rays. It's an easy transition over to being a Rays fan for being an A's fan.
Difficult.
Granted, they're on
Yeah.
opposite coasts, and that doesn't help you geographically, but the name will help you with telling people who you're cheering for in the playoffs. You won't forget.
Brilliant.
So there you go.
Brilliant, Brad.
Well, thank you. That's actually the first one on my list. That was the first one I came up with. I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. Check.
It's a no-brainer. They rhyme.
Yes, exactly.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay, mine's next. If you're an Angels fan, okay, I'm so sorry. But just kidding.
My condolences.
In addition to being terribly sorry for you, if you're an Angels fan and you're going into the playoffs this year, I suggest you root for the Phillies. Okay, root for Philadelphia because that's where Mike Trout will end up signing, and you might as well get started on the transition now.
Get started cheering for the Phillies
because we all know you're going to migrate. Be honest with yourself. It's okay. We would too. Nobody's going to hurt. Nobody's going to come after you about making that decision. It's the right decision. Okay. It's the right decision for everybody, for all of baseball. We're all supporting you. So we will throw rice and confetti and whatever else, popcorn maybe, and Cracker Jacks at your wedding when you become a Phillies fan.
There you
as soon
go.
as Mike Trout signs over there. That's what I say.
Or is it once he's traded? Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Whatever happens.
Yeah. or maroon or whatever.
Whatever color they were. Yeah. That's
know.
a good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go with. So my next one. Pirates fans and Reds fans. Okay. I know the Reds have not been eliminated yet. They're out of the playoff picture looking in right now. So there is a chance they won't make it. But the Pirates for sure aren't going to make it. And Reds fans, should your team not make it, you both should be cheering for the Orioles.
Mm.
And this is because all three teams have been mired in mediocrity for a long time, for many, many years, right?
Yeah.
Especially the Pirates, the Reds, like big time. The Orioles were so bad for so long. And so you can relate like what this team is going through, what they're doing. And to be completely honest with you, Brig, Reds fans, if you're cheering for the Orioles, this is your team next year, potentially.
Stop it right now.
Like,
that's exactly what my bullet point says.
Oh, really? Because
my
the Reds made the same run the Orioles made last year, and they're in the playoffs. Yeah.
Bro, my bullet points, it reads, Reds fans should root for Baltimore because this is what you have to look forward to. The Reds are only a year or two behind doing exactly what Baltimore's doing.
I think they're a year behind Baltimore.
I think so, too. I can see two, but one is absolutely possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Look at that.
How do we overlap one time every time?
I don't know.
It is insanity.
It is insanity.
Every time we do anything, baseball family, Brad and I do not collaborate on these, and we overlap somehow every time. It's crazy.
It is crazy. I don't know.
Even on the most obscure things.
It is.
And
so
if you haven't watched the Dodgers Mount Rushmore episode, you got to go watch the Dodgers Mount Rushmore episode because it's, yeah. This has been a thing for a long time. Okay. All right.
It has been.
Go ahead, Brad.
Okay. Do you want me to do another one since you've essentially gotten 3 down now?
Yeah.
Okay. So my next one, I'll go. So I said that you should never cheer for a division rival. This is my one exception.
How do you have one? How? Why? Send it.
Tell us. Okay, Nats fans should be cheering for the Phillies.
What?
Like I said, this breaks my rule. I know. Because 3 former Nats are 3 of the Phillies' best players right now.
Okay.
And so if you're a Nats fan, you want to come out and be like, no, why would I want to do that? Because A, they're a division rival. Get it. Understand it. Yeah. Absolutely. Right? And the other thing is, why do I want to be cheering for their success when they're not on my team? I get that as well. I get it. But Trey Turner did not leave by choice. Nope. Bryce Harper did, but only ownership did not give him a respectable enough offer for him to stick around.
Mismanaged. He was mismanaged, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
I thought he was going to stay in Washington, but I did not blame him at all for leaving based on the offer they gave him.
Right.
Schwarber was outstanding for the Nats, right? Short time, yes, I know.
Very short.
But again, left not on his own accord.
Right.
I'm sure he would have stuck around because with the way he was playing for the Nats, I'd have been like, yeah, I'm sticking around here forever. I hit like 40 bombs a year at this place. So,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, cheer for those guys by all means who could still be having success in Washington if they hadn't been mismanaged and traded when they were. So that's why I say the Nats fans should cheer for the Phillies.
Wow. Okay. I have 2 suggestions for Padres fans.
Okay.
You can go either way. It's up to you. One is not kind, and the other one is makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
The unkind one that's mostly a joke is that if you like this feeling you're having now, or you're just disappointed and you're wallowing and
so you like
whatever.
the disappointed feeling?
If you like it, if you're sort of one of those like sports masochists, right? And they exist, I get it. Brad, you've been one for a long time. Don't knock it. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not knocking
Right.
it. I just said okay.
Yeah. So if you like that, because that's a thing, then you should be cheering for Minnesota in the playoffs because you're just going to get more. Okay.
You are going to get more.
I'm so sorry, but it's very likely. And if you don't get more of it, you'll be pleasantly surprised. And so that'd be great, right? That'd be great. The other option Padres fans have is to root for Philly because of the Nola brothers.
There you go.
That's it.
That makes
sense.
Like,
well, it's an easy jump.
Yeah.
And there's no bad blood or anything. Jump. There's nothing crazy to overcome socially. You just trade one color for another. Come on, you know you want to. I couldn't hold that straight face any longer. Anyway, if you're a Padres fan, the Nola brothers, very cool connection. You could cheer for Philly and get away with it and be okay.
Yeah, you could easily. Yeah, that sports masochist thing though, that hit home, Brig. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Sorry,
I don't know that I am though, because despite the losing, I was not happy with it. Because like, I'll be honest with you. Most years by now, like, if it wasn't for the podcast, like, I might have stopped watching baseball because I'm so frustrated with the Mariners right now. Like today,
right.
I was like I was following the Seahawks game this morning because I can't watch it, and so I was following it on my phone, and I was like, this is really enjoyable. They're down a touchdown, but this is enjoyable, right? Down 1 point basically, you know. And that's one thing that I've been telling my son, who's really gotten into football the last few weeks, telling Wilson, is like, it's like 21 to 7. He's like, oh man, they're up by a ton. I was like, they're up by 2. Right. That's all. You know, but anyway,
the math got messed up in the boardroom.
Exactly right. But I was like, this is really enjoyable, stress free. And then I'm watching the Mariners this afternoon. And there's like zero effort. I was just like, Burr! I wanted to turn it off, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Maybe that does make me a sports masochist, but
it does.
Like
I'm the same way.
Said, without the podcast though, where I don't I need to like force myself to watch sometimes. I would probably just be like, I'm on to football. Like, if this team makes the playoffs, I'll watch them, but I can't. It's like, it's making me so angry to watch a team that just doesn't seem like they want to make the playoffs. Yeah.
It's tough.
So, anywho.
All right, I have one left. Do you have one left?
I have one left, too. You know, while you're talking about the Padres, I'm going to go because,
okay, go ahead.
You go ahead. You go ahead. You want me to go ahead?
You can jump on the Padres.
You
stay on the Padres.
You. So mine's actually the NL West, but mostly the Rockies and the Padres.
Okay.
And I say that because the Giants and the D-backs are like still in the hunt, right? D-backs are in playoff. But so if you're in the NL West and your team does not make the playoffs, then you should be cheering for the Braves. Because the Braves are the one team that has a legitimate chance at beating up on the Dodgers. And if things continue the way they have been, they will. And it will not be pretty in LA.
Brad, you're so right.
And the other thing is, too, like when these two teams played in LA a little bit ago, right? Like, it didn't go well for the Dodgers. I don't see it happening like that again. But at the same time, though, very well could. Because I heard a stat yesterday, I don't know, sometime in the last few days, that if you took away all of Matt Olson's league leading 52, 53 home runs, whatever he has today, if you took all those away, the Braves would still lead the big leagues in home runs.
Wow.
That's how much better
Whoa.
offensively they are than anybody. And they have one of the best pitching staffs.
Correct.
I don't know how you beat them. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You hope they pull everybody like they did against the Marlins this weekend.
They're not going to. But yes.
No. When it comes down to it, they're not going to. So cheer for the Braves, I know, West fans, because they're going to do you some justice.
So it's interesting you bring that up, because I think if you're a Mets fan, you long ago got excited about the Jets. And then pretty quickly the Aaron Rodgers thing broke your heart. And I feel so sorry because
I'm not laughing about the injury. I'm laughing about the life of a Jets fan and a Mets fan. Just because I know some, and it's like, dude.
It's just, I feel so. For the same reason, I recommend you root for the Braves. You keep yourself in the National League. You keep yourself, riding a little bit of a high, and just like that, they're going to whoop up on the Dodgers if anybody's going to do it. So if you're a Mets fan, cheer for the Braves.
Yeah, and the only reason I would say no
go
is
hug a
the
Yankees
rival
fan
thing, right? Or go hug a Yankees fan.
Or go hug a Yankees fan. We're all hurting together. You could do that.
Well, the thing too with like Mets fans is they can't even be Giants fans right now. New York Football Giants, they can't even be New York Football Giants fans because they're not any good.
Nope.
So yeah,
that's why I said the Aaron Rodgers thing was like the closest thing that we're all probably looking forward to it, right? Now, no.
Yeah, and it does, and like I said, it breaks my division rival rule. But at the same time, though, like I don't know how much Mets fans hate the Braves, but maybe break it for one postseason. Just cheer for a winner for once.
Here's the thing. Here's my last one, though. Okay, I've been saving this. This is so exciting.
Okay.
If you're a Rockies fan, and you finish not only last in your division, but you have the worst record in the entire National League. I'm so sorry that this is truth. If you are not cheering for the Colorado Buffaloes under Coach Prime right now, then you are wasting precious moments of cultural and historical, like precedent-setting, revolutionary college football. Like, will never be the same ever. So if you're a Rockies fan and you are not caught up on what's going on down in Boulder right now, that's what you should be doing.
You are spot on with that, my friend. Yeah. I have never in my life cared about what happens with Colorado football, except for the one weekend a year when they beat the University of Utah.
Yep.
And now, like, it's must-see TV. I know it's a baseball podcast, but I'm not against talking football because it's outstanding. It is a ton of fun watching the Colorado Buffaloes right now. You need to watch them.
Yeah, you got to do it,
especially if you're a Rockies fan.
Especially if you're a Rockies fan. Yeah. It's an easy one to make.
It is, absolutely. But baseball family, if you have a team that has been or will soon be eliminated from playoff contention, let us know who you're cheering for. Jump down to the comments. Give us some more ideas for team shopping. We'll toss them out there with people. Maybe we'll put recommendations out on social media for other people because I think it's fun. It's nice to have a team to cheer for when you want to continue to watch baseball, but your team's not there. It's always nice to have somebody to cheer for. I'll be honest, 2017, I was cheering for the Astros to beat the Dodgers.
For sure.
Despite the division rival rule, because I like it when teams win their first. And then later I was like, for shame. For shame.
I felt the same way. We had just moved across the country and we didn't know anybody and we were staring at each other. We were watching that World Series and it was like familiarity in an unfamiliar place with everything. And then that's what I wanted to. Oh, so rough.
Brutal.
Still rough.